Who the fuck do these people think they are?
Yeah.
To walk into my house and try to tell me. This is our marriage. This is it. Welcome to Modern Parents Podcast.
I'm Danielle.
I'm Vince. And today we're going to go straight into the action with a Am I the A-hole modern parent predicament?
Yes. Okay. Am I the a-hole for using stuff my in-laws send however I want? My wife and I have a 3-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son. I will call them Dee and Sam. My in-laws often send us stuff for the kids, and it usually is addressed to Sam. I ignore this as the kids are so close in age, 11 months apart, and are at similar developmental stages. I never put much thought into why Sam's name is usually on the packages. However, they send a toy, it just goes into the playroom, and the kids don't have individual toys unless you count the stuffed animals that they sleep with. My wife initially wanted to divide the toys into different chests for each kid. I said that didn't make sense, and it makes cleaning and organizing the room take longer. When I pick up the playroom, I organize the toys by type, and that makes them fit into less space and makes it It makes it impossible to forget what goes where, so things are easier to find. Okay, so they came to an agreement there that both kids share toys.
Okay.
Today, my in-laws were visiting and saw Dee playing with the toy. My mother-in-law asked why Dee had Sam's toy. I said, we don't split the toys up like that. None of the toys are Sam's or Dee's. All the toys belong to the both of them. My mother-in-law was upset because she picked that toy out specifically for Sam. I just sort of shrugged. It's a plastic frog. There was nothing special about it. Father-in-law asked if I did that with everything they sent. And I said, most things, but the kids do have their special stuffed animals. Both were upset and started arguing with my wife in their language, way too fast for me to keep up, but it basically amounted to me being an ungrateful, rude a-hole. Then they left. My wife said going forward, we should keep toys bought for Sam separate because it upsets her parents that the toys are communal. I said I wasn't okay with that. If we do that, we'd have to buy more stuff for Dee and less for Sam for them to have an equal number of toys, which would make Sam think that we like him less than Dee, but it would also make Dee think that her grandparents like her less than Sam. I said if her parents aren't okay with that, they shouldn't send stuff. Now things are really tense with her and her parents. They're both mad at me. I'm questioning if I'm being stubborn.
So, a couple things I picked up during that, right? Mm-hmm. Kids are close at age range. Mm-hmm. We get that because our kids are close at age range. They like similar things. And I bet a lot of people out there that have kids close in range, they're going to play with similar toys.
Even when they're not, I feel like kids are going to play with their siblings' toys regardless.
Yeah. So that's the first thing kind of picked up there. Second thing I picked up there, right, was it sounded like maybe a little bit of favoritism going on. Mm-hmm. You know,
that's what
grandparents sending more to one than the other. And then the third thing is, and this might be an important part of it, the person said, then my in-laws and my wife started talking in a different language very fast, and he really couldn't understand it. So there's a cultural part there, right? There's a sense of the wife and the in-laws are of a different culture. Mm-hmm. So maybe they think it's okay, or whatever the case may be. We'll dive into that. And then the one thing that I noticed too was the wife was willing to cave because of her parents, and the husband wasn't. So, real quick before we get into our answers, make sure you hit up all of our social media channels. Remember to like, share, comment, follow, subscribe, especially on this video. If you have an opinion on this, leave it in the comment down below. And where can they find us at?
Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify,
Twitter. Yeah, I think that covers all of them. We're on all major social media channels. So we have a goal to try to get to 5,000 follower subscribers by the end of the year. So it'd be a real big help if you could go over and like one of our pages or like all the pages. That'd be great. The next thing is patreon.com/Modern Parents Podcast, $5 a month, 16 cents a day. It gets you an extra episode every single week, and we're building an amazing community in there as well of parents and like-minded people who just want to share with each other. So great community we're trying to grow in there. Again, patreon.com/Modern Parents Podcast. So now that that's all done and over with, here's my thought.
Okay.
Who the do these people think they are to walk into my house and try to tell me who the kids are going to share? Like, first of all, once that package leaves your doorstep, once it gets to the mailbox, it's no longer your responsibility. What happens with that?
Well, and who's to say that the kid didn't make the decision to share that toy with his sister?
But
right?
Even with that, it's just the fact of like they're making a big deal about because the kids are sharing toys.
Yeah.
Well, I bought this special frog. You can shove that frog up your am I the A? Because what you're not going to do is you're not going to start a favorite kid thing.
Oh, no.
And you're not going to come in here and tell me what I'm going to do in my house. I don't give a solid my shizzer here if you are my in-laws, my parents, my grandparents, my brother, my sister. It doesn't matter.
How many toys have we gotten the kids that they just share or trade?
Yes, they trade, yes.
Yeah.
How many times have we got the kids toys
and they're like, actually,
they want the other one's toys and they just trade.
And they're like, okay, all right, fine.
But
also just in the simple fact of they're sending more toys addressed to Sam
than the other. Yeah.
So like how
Sam's a boy, right?
Yeah.
In this scenario?
Yeah, Sam's the boy.
So cultural, we'll go back to the cultural thing, and maybe a lot of you can relate to this, but in certain cultures, males are viewed more valuable or more, they're viewed better than girls are. And I don't know, didn't say what culture they are, but it's just like, we live in the US of A here, people, right? There's as much equality as there's ever been, and with that kind of stuff. And could it be better? Yes. But was it also worse? Yes, it was at one point in time, right? The fact of the matter is, a child is a child.
Yeah.
Like a grandchild is a grandchild. That's it. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Both your grandchildren came out of the same hoo-ha or the same body.
I mean, yeah.
In this situation, we're going to say they are.
In this scenario, yeah.
Now, obviously, regardless, for our experience here, we've faced both sides of this. Your mother, which is technically Wyatt's step-grandma, your mom has never treated him any different kind of way since day one. That was her grandbaby.
Yeah.
Since day one.
Yeah.
And she now has 3 biological grandchildren. Yeah. And nothing has changed.
Yeah. She treats them all the same.
I just think it's wild.
Yeah, it is.
But I could also see you caving a little bit and us having to have a conversation about that.
I don't think my mom would never put us in a situation to where I would have to like make that decision to be like, oh, I don't know. Yeah,
your mom hasn't.
But
your mom hasn't. But there's some other relatives in the past that have. And you know what we do to those? We cut them right off. What is it? You said this a lot better than me. I can't remember how you said it, but essentially something along the lines of like, if you don't treat them all the same, you won't have them or something like that. You won't see them. You had it. You worded it really well one time out of anger, and it was just like one of the most profound things. And that was,
if you can't treat them. I can't even remember now.
Yeah, but it was good. The whole premise of it is if you don't treat all of them the same, then you won't see any of them. Yeah. So, but yeah, I apologize. I took that one over. It just, that boils my blood.
Yeah.
And you're gonna come in here and tell me.
Like, if you sent an equal amount, even then, like you can't be mad if
it's real hard to see the other side on this.
Well,
it's
and it's
real
like,
hard.
Like for us, we have all of their toys in one spot in the basement in their playroom. Now, each child has some toys that they specifically like. I do not want to share this. This is mine. Like Lego, like there's certain like Lego sets or whatever.
They respect
and we
that.
respect that. Like if they have a toy that they specifically are like, this is mine. I don't want to have to share this unless they choose to. But like they keep it in their spot in their room. Like it's not in the community toys, I guess.
Yep.
So like if that child specifically says like, this is mine, I don't want to have to share this if I don't want to. Okay.
Yeah.
So like that makes sense.
Yeah.
But that's like the really special toys.
Yeah. And like I said, it's just,
I don't know.
That's our opinion on it. Let us know your opinion on that in the comments down below.
But no, you are not the a-hole for being upset. That
I agree. The general consensus is this is a husband, significant other, whoever you are, not the a-hole, whatever your name is. So that was a good one. I like that one. The couple more things we're going to talk about real quick. So one is going to be some relationship advice that I thought about and wanted to get your opinion on. Okay. Because I'm seeing it more and more in today's day and age. And I want to say this. With the online dating world, the amount of people that more than likely your significant other has slept with, let's just say the average couple. I'm not saying like overly like religious couples or like, some sort of I don't know how you would say that, because most of those religious. I was gonna say like arranged marriages or something like that, but a lot of that's probably religious. But anyways, the number for the average male and female of people they slept with is significantly different now than it was 50 years ago, right? So where I'm getting at this is I hear young guys talking about all the time, wanting to ask how many people their person that they're dating or courting or trying to, talk to has slept with. And for me, I just feel like that's such a mistake to ask nowadays. I really think it is. I think it, in today's day and age, with all the technology that's out there, I think it's a guy asking a girl or a girl asking a guy, right, how many people they've slept with, is an instant non-starter, because it's going to put someone on the defensive. And then what if they say a number you don't like? Go ahead.
So I feel like if you are the type of person that cares about that, you probably won't click with someone who doesn't.
Yeah. I mean, that's the...
So like, I don't know, if you ask that question and the number is like not a number that you are comfortable with, then it's like, okay, you probably wouldn't really get along with that person anyway.
So do you think it's okay for partners to ask the other partner how many people they've slept with?
I mean,
let's take it by this. Let's take it by time. So when do you think this becomes more important? And as you're following along, leave a comment down below. Let us know what you think. So if you've been dating for 3 weeks, do you think it's important to ask how many people you slept with?
No, I don't think it matters.
Do you think it's 6 months of dating, now you're falling in love, maybe you drop the L word, maybe you're talking about future plans, do you think it's okay to ask?
I don't think it matters, because the past is the past.
Okay, so your same answer.
Yeah. I don't...
4.5, 5 years of marriage, or 4.5, 5 years together, proposing, last time you're ever going to be a bachelor or bachelorette. Do you think it's important?
No, because obviously this person has chose you to be the last person that they've ever been with. So like, I don't.
Okay, last one. 25 years of marriage, drunk one night on the anniversary, and one of them asks, hey, we didn't ever talk about this.
I don't think it matters.
How many people?
How is that going to change the situation that you're in? And if it does, if after 25 years, your partner telling you the number of people they slept with before you, if that changes the way you think about your partner, then like
there's other problems you don't worry about,
right? Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the right mindset to go about it. I did not learn that until I was in my
You've matured so much. So if you're at a phase in your life where that matters to you, where the number of people your partner has been with matters to you, maybe you have some maturing to do before you have like.
Okay, so let's not go by time. Let's go by age then.
Your age doesn't matter.
No, but I'm saying like when do you think it matters to most people?
Oh,
right? Do you think it's like, okay, when would that question have mattered to you?
I don't know that it would have.
I'm be very careful because I know for a fact.
So it's different for me because when I met you, you already had a child. So I knew like.
Yeah, you knew Daddy got around a little bit.
Yeah. So like.
I was an equal opportunity lover.
I don't think, honestly, okay, when we first started dating, I think if I would have straight up asked you. You
would have been disgusted and stopped talking to me.
Probably. And is that right? No. But
yeah,
I was also very insecure. So, but I had maturing to do. Like,
yeah,
I was.
every time I think about you asking me, in my mind, all I see is like you looking at me going, that song, like that hoe met her at the stove. You know how it goes. Because
like because I was a very insecure person.
But you were also very, very conservative about that part of your life. And the amount of partners you had was significantly less than I had. But it was also, I think that's why we worked so well, because I didn't care. When we met, I didn't care. I was like, whatever. I know my past.
Yeah.
Like, I know. But when I was, I didn't care when I was 15, 16, 17, because I was just trying to get it in. I didn't care what I was getting into. I was getting it in. But then, like, 18, 19, I got married. Like, you start thinking about that kind of stuff. Like, how many people has this person been with? And then really the only, question that I should have been concerned with is, am I the last one you've ever slept with?
Yeah.
Because if you're dating somebody in a long-term relationship and then you get married, you should be the last person they've ever slept with.
As long as that's your guys' agreement.
Sometimes that's not, So if you're like,
there's different
polyamorous, or you're like
open
all the
marriage,
open.
But
first of all, no open marriage is here.
No.
If you got one, hey, that's on you.
Yeah.
I'll be looking for some upside down pineapples at the house, but I think that's the more important question, is not how many people have you slept with, but how many, am I the last person you slept with?
Yeah, for
I
sure.
think that question at 25 years is extremely important.
Well, yeah, if you are in a committed relationship and you're expecting, like, okay,
So what you're saying is that up until probably 5 years ago, you were concerned with how many people I'd slept with?
No.
Oh, no, because we've been together for 8. So up until 8 years ago, you were
no,
concerned.
I never, I didn't really care. But I think at a certain age, like in the beginning of our relationship, if I would have asked you and you had like honestly told me, I would have felt really insecure. I wouldn't have been mad, but like I would have felt insecure. Like, oh no.
Yeah. So let us know in the comments down below. What do you think? Do you think there's a right age? Do you think that's an important question? Like, what do you think about that? Let me know, and let her know in the comments down below. The last thing that we're going to talk about is going to be, and this is for all the football fans and everybody out there, right? Danyelle is a Chiefs fan. I am a players fan, so I like players. I grew up a Steelers fan, but I like specific players, right? I wasn't a fan of the Broncos or the Colts, but I was a Peyton Manning fan, like stuff like that. So I want to do like just a quick, before the season starts, prediction. Who do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl?
So,
obviously, you're going to say Chiefs.
what obviously.
Other team do you think is going to be in the Super Bowl?
I would love to see a Chiefs-Eagles rematch.
The Kelsey
brothers,
Bowl?
yeah.
Okay.
I think that would be fun.
Okay.
And as much as, like, obviously I want the Chiefs to go to the Super Bowl, I want the Chiefs to win, but I also think it would be, like, heartwarming if, like, they did go back and maybe the Eagles won this year. So that way...
Blasphemy. Oh, my God. If there's any Chiefs fans on here and you're a Chiefs fan and just said that...
But, like...
I'm telling your mom.
The other Kelsey brother.
I'm telling your mom right now.
Like, that would be...
He's already got a Super Bowl ring.
I understand that, but not a Super Bowl ring against his brother.
Yeah, I know, but I feel like just having a Super Bowl ring is good enough.
I mean, yes, it is. But, like, storyline.
Yeah.
Storyline excitement.
It would have
that
been...
would be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but if Jason Kelsey gets a ring this year, does he retire? You know, so it's going to be like 1-to-1. I don't know. I feel like it should be, you know, if they're going to go back, I don't know. I feel like that the whole story would be better if, like, Jason Kelly was defense and Travis Kelce was offense, right? Then it'd be like, I really
playing against each other.
But it was like they're two offensive players.
Yeah.
So if one has a crappy defense, then you know. So you think Chiefs-Eagles rematch is what you'd like to see? All right.
I think that would be fun.
Even though the Eagles lost both their assistant offensive and defensive coaches, that's fine. That'll be fun. I think, let's see, I would like to see, and I'm not going to say the Steelers. I would love to see the Steelers. I just think that's a young team.
I think that would be.
But it's a young team. They got a lot going on that they got to figure out. So I would really like to see the Jaguars.
Okay, yeah.
Trevor Lawrence or Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. You know, I would love to see one of those two AFC teams.
Okay,
and
you didn't say the Chiefs.
No. Or, you know, and like from the NFC side, I would really, really like to see either Brock Purdy as for the San Francisco 49ers or Kirk Cousins from the Vikings. If Kirk Cousins is going to go down as one of the best quarterbacks that doesn't have a Super Bowl ring. Like,
I like him.
Yeah,
after watching the
Netflix show, the quarterback show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like it's hard not to. He seems like such a genuine person.
Yeah, and their family is amazing. Yeah. You know, Kirk Cousins is amazing. I've been a Kirk Cousins fan ever since he played for Washington. I was shocked when they didn't re-sign him. And then he ended up getting at the time the largest guaranteed quarterback contract with the Vikings, but it just seems like they get like right there and then everything falls apart. So yes,
I would
see, like,
I could handle the Chiefs Vikings.
Chiefs fight. Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
That would be good. But I hope the Vikings win.
I don't know.
If it's the Chiefs Vikings, I hope the Vikings win. If it's the Chiefs and anybody else, I hope anybody else wins. No.
Divorce.
See, we have this running joke in our house where we, like, all of my in-laws, that whole family, they're all Chiefs fans. They're all from Missouri. They're all Chiefs fans, whatever. So
we're not bandwagon Chiefs fans, okay? We've lived here my whole life.
I would say that John is not a bandwagon fan. John's been ride or die. I feel like maybe the older generation of family is ride or die. I feel like the rest of you are all bandwagon fans. But that's just my own personal opinion.
Why?
Name 5 Chief players right now. Not Travis Kelce or Patrick Mahomes. Boom. On camera.
No, I can't.
Proof. Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
But
do it right now. Who?
No. I want to know why you think I'm a bandwagon fan, though. What team did I like before the Chiefs?
I don't think, babe, I really...
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. I'm going to be honest right now. There was 1 year in high school
You were a Broncos fan?
that I thought I was a Broncos fan because my
hot teacher.
hot ass science teacher was a Broncos fan.
Okay, I'll give it. That's
So
fair. That's fair.
so okay, you got me there.
Bandwagon.
You got me there.
Bandwagon. You were bandwagoning that hot ass teacher. That's what you were doing. Oh, okay. So, anyways, you can't name 5 Chiefs players.
I can.
And we're back. So, kids are all back in bed. Again, just a reminder, everybody, we do shoot these at night. Because if we didn't, there would be a lot more kids running around everywhere. So, we were just getting into you can't name 5 Chiefs players.
No, I can.
So, I promise you, during this break, I would not allow her to have her phone, so she actually had to think about Chiefs players.
Okay, now that I'm not on the spot.
And now that you've had a chance to lay down with a child real quick.
McKinnon.
Okay.
Tony. Also, I got to rewind. Wiley is not on our roster anymore. I forgot. He is like with the Commanders now. So I can't even use Wiley. He's not even on our team anymore.
Okay.
So.
All right. So
McKinnon.
Okay.
Tony.
Okay. Tony what?
Legarius Tony, right?
Okay.
Sneed.
All right. I'm sorry. I tried to trip you up. That was my bad.
Okay.
Sneed.
Yes. Justin Watson.
Okay.
Bucker.
Okay.
Okay. So there's 5 right there.
Okay.
So, but then we got like Sky Moore.
All right. Who's the backup tight end? I'm just messing with you. I can't even name the back. I can't name the backup tight end. I'm just kidding.
Eyes twitch.
All right, so
But I said like earlier, like Blaine Gabbert.
Yeah, so
he's a new addition to the team. So be impressed by that I knew.
Well, yeah, because
he's been,
Well, the old backup quarterback retired.
Yeah.
So yes, I'm sorry I put you on the spot to mess with you. But this is a fun game that we play in the house whenever the Chiefs are playing, because like I said before, before we got into your hot ass teacher situation, we were talking about, I don't think you were.
It's so funny. You resemble him so much. Anyway. Just saying. I have a type.
I don't think that you were a bandwagon fan. I just think that you were a Chiefs fan, but didn't really care about the Chiefs until they were good.
I mean, yes, but also I was young.
Yeah, but even like the Chiefs still sucked when we met in 2015. So that's what I'm saying. Like from 2015 to what, when did Mahomes get on the team? 18 or something like that. Or I think 19 he started playing. It was one of those like Alex Smith he left and Mahomes took over. But like really, no one, like you and your sister did not talk about the Chiefs at all. And I never really heard your mom talk about the Chiefs. But then like, Mahomes starts playing, you guys make it to the playoffs, you start doing it, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh, okay, the Chiefs.
Okay, but
also, I feel like
you were a far more passionate Steelers fan when they were good, and now they suck, and you are like, don't talk about them. So
I was a far more passionate Steelers fan
when they were good, when they were winning.
No, I'm still I'm still very much a Steelers fan, but I have grown and understand the Steelers shoot themselves in the foot.
Okay.
So, like, that's the difference is like, I'm not emotionally attached to it anymore because I understand that's how Steelers are. That's how they've been for the last decade. They shoot themselves in the foot. So I don't get as hype about it as I used to.
Yeah, well, maybe when they start winning Super Bowls again, you will. So
they're tied for the most Super Bowls.
When they start winning Super Bowls again.
Yeah, there we go.
That's what I said the first time.
Okay, well, your team has to catch up first.
That's fine. They will.
So I have
no doubt in my mind.
The Steelers will win another Super Bowl before Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs catch up to the Steelers. So, just saying, takes one broken leg. That's all it takes.
Why would you wish that on anybody?
I don't wish it on anybody. I'm just saying that's the reality of football. Patrick Mahomes against the Rams, or against the Seahawks. you know, he gets clipped, gets hit, breaks a leg. There goes the Chiefs dynasty. But anyways, enough about football. That was supposed to be a very short segment that turned into a very long segment. Put in the comments down below what teams you think are going to the Super Bowl this year. We're going to do this every so often to see like how close we are. So, Chiefs. So you're saying Chiefs, Eagles. Give me two more because I said I picked like 4 teams essentially. So give me 2 more teams. And then we'll wrap this up.
Probably Bengals is probably like...
Okay, Bengals is your AFSC. AFC team. Who's your NFC team?
Vikings.
Okay. So for you, it's Chiefs, Bengals, Vikings, Eagles, right? So for me, it's 49ers, Vikings, Jaguars, Bengals. So
you're not even going to throw the Chiefs in there.
No. I would like to see another young quarterback win. I almost said Josh Allen. Almost. In the Bills. But so that's going to wrap all that up. This is officially episode 4.
It is officially episode 4.
Episode 4.
Mm-hmm. Last week was the recap.
We're creeping in. Yeah, last week, if you missed it, we had the recap. So go watch that episode. It's going to be labeled or listed up somewhere down here. Or up here.
Somewhere down here?
Somewhere down here, right?
Somewhere down here.
And then go watch any of the other ones. Appreciate all love and support. Thank you so much for everything that you all have done so far. Keep interacting with us.
Yeah.
Hit us up on all of our social media channels. So with all that being said, this is the end.
I'm Danielle.
And I'm Vince. And this has been episode 4 of the Modern Parents Podcast.